Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.
Guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you. Guys, we're covering the Whittakers a little bit here, and unfortunately, what happened to them. So, for those that don't know, Betty and Larry are separated currently from Ray Ray and Lorraine and Timmy. Ray, Timmy, and Lorraine have become wards of the state. And I'm sorry, but we have Eric Carroll to thank for that. Um, I'm not ready to blame Patrick. I'll tell you why. Patrick's been living there for a while. He was living there before and moved back. I'm not saying Patrick is a good person here. I'm not saying Patrick is innocent of everything here. But I don't think Patrick did this. Patrick reached out to Eric for help with the family. Was there money to be made? Oh, yes. And they were going to make the money. I don't know how much money the Whittakers were actually supposed to make, but here's what I do know. The Whittakers were their content. So Eric and Patrick and the Whittakers were going to share a third of the money. But wasn't it supposed to be on all the platforms? Because apparently, well, they're making money, or at least Eric is making money off the other platforms. The Whittakers are only making money off of the YouTube platform. Why is that fair? Why does that seem fair? How many of them are getting a third? Eric is getting 100%, it seems, from the other channels. Maybe a third from his from his YouTube channel. And according to Patrick, he only runs his own Facebook channel and only has money coming in from his own Facebook channel. And Eric admits that. Eric said he wanted to be controlling the money. He didn't trust Patrick. He took off and left with the money, including the Whittakers' money. Now, before the Whittakers became ward of the state, Eric had a day where they weren't a ward of the state yet. And what he could have done, I believe, was he could have gone to a lawyer and said, listen, this has happened. Show it on his phone. This is how much money's coming on the 22nd of this month. And look at all this. And this is supposed to come so far for next month. Because you're able to show on YouTube. If I give it all to you, could you please step in now before they become wards of the state? And let's make a move on it. Eric left. Eric left. So what did he have in mind? Was he really about helping the family? Because he left them. And he left them in distress. Patrick's there. Now, is Patrick there because that's where his house is? But Betty's at Patrick's. Larry's been going to Patrick's. So, who looks worse? Eric hasn't addressed anything since he said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this now. And then he started talking about Charlie Kirk. That was horrible what happened. But there's still a family that you left in distress that's alive that you could still have helped. You know, I gotta tell you, I did watch the live with Ernie Evans. And I'm going to talk to you about that in the next video. I'm going to break it down and everything. And then I watched the Watson family channel. And that guy is a tool. I'm just going to put it out there. He said, this is just so simple. He said, I'm not going to be biased. But right away, he called Patrick's friend a clown. He didn't have any respect or any regard for Patrick. And I'm not saying that you need to, but he's a Stan sucking up to Eric. You know why? He can't be biased. The Watson family channel can't be biased because Eric, he reached out to Eric when he was trying to get custody of his son. and his wife was taking his son, he reached out to Eric, and supposedly Eric helped him. For Eric to help somebody, Eric makes money. And let me tell you something, sir. You have a young son. You just put it out all over, right? His face. Why would you do that if you're into, protecting your children and worried about your children? You're going to be on the side and somebody's going to be on the other side. And there's your kid, your young child, where most people blur out their child's face. This guy didn't do it. And he really thinks he's smart. I'm going to tear his video up because there's so many holes in it. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing because of his loyalty to Eric and his dislike for Patrick, and to turn around and say, yeah, there's no bias here. Yeah, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to try not to be biased. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the guy that Patrick's helping that I don't know. I only know he's in the bluegrass. What? Like, do you think Eric saw that because Dad Talk didn't do so well for him? That's why he went to the Whittakers. Do you not see the difference in views? Watson Family Idiot. I mean, I usually don't call people names, but you really are. You're a fool, sir. You're a fool. You're a fool, sir. You're a fool. Maybe you understand. You're a fool, sir. Maybe you understand that better. Because you really look stupid when you don't know what you're talking about. So he does kind of slide over the bit and says, yeah, I guess Eric didn't really go get the permits. Maybe there was no house either. He doesn't go into, that's a possibility for all of Eric's untruths. No. But he does it with Patrick. He's not biased. He's going to be as objective as possible. No, man, you're a fool. You're a fool. And that's not right. That's not right at all. And the fact that people go to his channel and they're going to believe what they want to believe, I understand that. But please go check out other channels because there's other points of view, and this guy doesn't have it. He clearly does not have it, okay? So, guys, I got those two videos today to break down. I also thought that Patrick was going to the lawyers today with Betty, so I'm hoping maybe we'll hear something about that. Not a peep from Eric, right? Take the money and run. Take the money and run. I'd blow up his channel and I would report this. I really would, because look at what happened. That guy, wow. Criminal behavior, man. And he wants to blame it on Patrick. I think the worst out of the two, in my opinion, is the guy that left with all the money. What do you think? Does that take a lot of critical thinking to realize maybe that wasn't good? Guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. And this is the Whittaker story. What's yours? Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Super thanks, you guys. I got a couple super thanks, and somebody hit me up on a PayPal. Or was it a PayPal or a Cash App? Thank you. That was very, very generous of you. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one because we do have some videos to do today. So thank you, guys. Bye.
Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.